trashlings! Welcome back to the Demon Trash Podcast. Guys, can you believe it? I can, for sure. We fell off a lot of times, but this has been the longest we've been gone. Oh, by the way, it's me, Carol, aka Papa Trash.
And me, Avery, aka Baby Demon.
And we're back. I checked right before we started recording. Our last podcast was August 14th, 2025. I thought it was like way longer than that, to be honest. I felt like it was like a year.
Yeah, we thought we could come back to it, but then it was like, no, it's
Look,
too much.
I needed to figure out motherhood. I needed to like because it's just too much. It's just too much. You just can't take it all on. And I figured it might be better to just like focus on main channel stuff. And also like, if you're a parent or if you become a mother or something like that, I feel like you just reach a point where I felt like I just didn't have anything to say because my life was just literally eat, sleep, baby, repeat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I felt like I had nothing to add. But I'm back. We're back. We're feeling good. I'm so excited for this year. I feel like we have a lot of big things planned for the podcast. We have sort of a different sort of format. Which is really exciting because trashlings, you guys are going to be participating in the podcast a lot more, which is exciting. Do you want to get into it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do what we always do, which is our Demon Trash Moments. Guys, Demon Trash Moments. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. So, quick little fun fact about me. When I towards the end of my pregnancy, I would say in like my 9th month, which was like right when I found out. But like I'm somebody who like I always liked spicy foods and like flaming hot Cheetos and things like that. All of a sudden I couldn't tolerate it. I could not have it. It was like truly like just eating a flaming hot Cheeto would send me into like I would be sweating. It was like I was on Hot Ones or something. And I learned from people that like your body changes so much like chemically when you have a child and then like when you give birth. And so for the longest time, for like up until literally within the last month, I was not able to have like hot sauce or anything like that. My body would not tolerate it until within the last month. And my spice tolerance is back, baby, and we're back in a huge way. And this is where the Demon Trash moment comes in, because when I realized I could tolerate spice, I said, oh, let me eat a whole bag of flaming hot Cheetos. Like, let me have all my spicy Tajín chili, like candy I always love.
Right.
Like, let me eat all the stuff I've been missing. I don't know who I thought I was. I was like, oh, I'll eat an entire flaming hot Cheetos like limon bag the other night when I was watching Fallout. It's been a problem. I need to tone it down. I need to bring it back. It's just because we can tolerate it doesn't mean that we need to like have it every day. You know what I mean? But that's been fun. And also shout out to my system for not giving me like immediate heartburn too.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't have heartburn from all that.
I did wake up the night after I ate the bunch of the flaming hot Cheetos. I did wake up in the night feeling like, ooh, tummy's not liking that. Really went overboard because I missed it. What was I gonna do? Not indulge? Come on now.
I got heartburn yesterday from, I think, honestly, from wasabi.
Girl.
I was like, I ate too much wasabi when we had sushi, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, my demon trash moment, I guess it is kind of food related. So, like, I went to the movies, like, after Christmas. I went and saw Avatar.
What's it called? Fire and Ash.
And literally the whole reason why I wanted to go is because I love getting a ginormous soda and crushing, like, eating nachos, popcorn, candy, the works, you know. When I go to the movies, there's like...
There's a ritual.
There's a ritual. It's sacred. I gotta have all my snacks. I gotta have the nachos, the popcorn. Like, I need to have it. But anyways, so I was really looking forward to, like, having... like just a ginormous soda. And foolish me, I guzzle. Like I like have to get a refill before the movie starts. So
What?
yeah, Diva, I'm crushing nachos. I'm crushing popcorn. I'm taking a sip. I'm sharing it with my brother too. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I might have drank 75%,
Right.
but nonetheless,
And this is
I
coming from a
drank-
non-judgmental place. I just want you to know, because I feel you getting a slightly bit defensive.
hey,
It's just I guess I should say like impressive. Like that's impressive
Thank
that you were
you.
able to like accomplish that and within a 30-minute time period, but
Mhm.
still like a lot of fluid ounces to
Mhm.
ingest.
yeah. So then it's like you're sitting there, you're navigating. Like, when do I get a refill
Right.
for the soda? Because I still have popcorn. I still have a little bit of nachos left. Luckily, I had my brother there, so I send him out. I'm like, don't worry, they're not gonna like destroy the planet yet, so you can go. Needless to say, Avatar's a 3-hour fucking movie, if
Yeah.
not more.
You had to pee like probably.
I had to pee once during, but the last like 30 minutes of that movie, I was just like, hurry up, my bladder is about to burst. Just like because the end of an action movie, which the Avatar movies have like turned into, it's literally just like, all right, who's dying? Like
Yeah.
literally it's just like boom, 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 boom. It's action, fighting,
Yeah.
whatever. So I'm just like, wrap this fucking up, like wrap it up. I have to pee. I think we should like have intermissions.
Bring back intermissions.
I think bring back an intermission of which when to pee. Like so people can go to the bathroom and stuff because 3 hours is a long time.
long fucking time.
And like I get it, not everyone is drinking like a big soda like me, but like at the end of the day, I think
Normalize bio breaks.
like give me a chance to go pee. Like I heard like people do, I don't know if they post on Reddit or like they say when's a good time to use the bathroom during these really long movies, but it's like, oh, I paid so much. Like you pay so much for a movie ticket these days. I don't want to like miss it and have to like run or like sit there and be uncomfortable for like
bullshit.
30 minutes.
You need to be having intermissions because it's like to go to the movie theater. And I get you, sis. I get you. I hear you, diva. Loud and clear. I'm with you spiritually. When you go to the movies, you're like, I'm getting all the fucking because you're like, if I'm gonna go to the movies, I'm throwing down.
I'm going all out.
I'm going all out. Also, that means I don't want to miss a single because if I'm going to the movies, it's because I really want to go see that movie on the big screen, right? Because it costs a lot of money. And like nowadays, it takes a lot of time. It's a whole fucking affair. So now you go and it's like, okay, I'm gonna go see this 3-hour movie. I'm gonna get all the snacks I want. Yada yada yada. I don't want to miss a single second of it. And you shouldn't ask that of me. You shouldn't ask that of me.
I should have to like analyze like I can miss this scene.
Right.
To go pee.
Like you should be having guys, we have reached a standard where movies are 2 hours. It used to be like an hour and a half. It used to be like a tight 90. Now it's a tight 120. Every time we are
You mean 220?
Every year it's going up. It's like becoming like 2:15 now. And I'm like, but if we're going to be extending the lengths of movies, I think like, what do you think's an appropriate, like, I think if it's 2.5 hours or longer, we need to have an intermission and at least a 10-minute.
I mean, once it hits like 3 hours, it's like, dude, I need a bathroom break. I need a
2.5. You need 10. At 3, you go to 15.
Because it's like, oh, if you want to just like hold it out towards the end, you're like so uncomfortable. Like,
Yeah.
having like my like, and you're like, all right, you get to like I'm like sitting there just like I'm like slowly adjusting my chair to like be ready for me to like
launch out of
there. I'm like
so
tucking my shit to the side just to be like, all right, I've got to like I gotta be able to run out of here to the bathroom.
That's still not even fair because then sometimes we do a lot of what? Credit scenes or end credit scenes. It's not fair. We need to bring back intermissions. I'm serious. I'm dead ass, like very serious about
and that's
this.
like part like with Wicked was another like 3-hour one.
And it's fine. But if it's going to be like, it's an affair for me to go, then like put a fucking intermission in there. It's like
when people go to Times Square or New Year's, I have to start like wearing a diaper.
Yeah, this is
like a pee diaper.
This is
to
out
go
of
to the
control.
movies now,
They
so I
need
don't
to
miss
just have a
anything.
Go piss girl intermission, please. Like,
it's like, come on.
Please, for the love of God, please. Let's move on to, we have a trashling who sent in a demon trash moment. So we're going to go ahead and talk about that for a second. What did they say? They said, head diving into a heated rivalry obsession. Yes. Watching the show, watching reactions, reading the books, watching think pieces, reading fan fiction, rewatching the show in my 2-week end of the year holiday. And we got plenty of other Demon Trash moments from Trashlings that said the same thing, that they're literally just like in heated rivalry psychosis.
Mhm.
And I think as a culture, we all are. And it's a good place to be. I literally saw a TikTok that was like, this girl, she was like, I haven't been in this place. And it was like, behind her was like a literally like a Shane and Ilya like portrait in a gold frame. She's like, I
Mhm.
haven't been here in a minute. I have
Yeah.
not been in this place in a hot minute. So let's actually just like talk about heated rivalry. I think we have a lot to say because we also asked you guys like, what did you guys want us to yap about? And it was all like, please talk about heated rivalry. Please talk about heated rivalry. So let's talk about it.
I think it's like 100% valid to have a heated rivalry obsession
Yes.
right now.
Avery and I, we actually waited, and it was torture because everybody was talking about it. And but we knew we wanted to wait to watch it all at once for recording purposes.
I'm so happy we were able to just binge it because I think waiting like week to week to watch the show would have been like
Torture. Oh my god.
That would have been like really torture.
That would actually have been, I don't know if I could have done it. I'm going to be honest. I probably would have gone into a very like feral place. And but yeah, we got to binge it. It's only 6 episodes and we got to binge it all in one day. And the range of emotions is the range of emotions that show takes you on is just so, it's just so good, guys. It genuinely is. Like, I really was like, when I was going into it, I kind of was expecting, I don't really know what I was expecting. I think I was just expecting like your typical like horny romance show. You know what I mean? Like, because everything you hear about it is like, it's super steamy. It's super steamy, which it is.
I mean, it's not just like steamy, like it's graphic.
It's graphic.
It's like,
graphic.
whoa.
I wouldn't say like not in a gross way.
Not in a gross way, but like it's been a while since I feel like I've watched anything with like sex scenes that are like that kind of long and like,
yeah,
you know, like portrayed like
and extremely passionate.
Yeah.
And very steamy. What I was so pleasantly pleased to find was just this like really incredibly sweet story.
Yes.
And something that I didn't think would actually interest me whatsoever, like or like to the level at which it did like affect me. Like I felt like this show was like a romance show like I've been waiting for like a minute, because I haven't felt that way in like such a long time. And like, and we watch a lot of romance shows and a lot of romance things, but this one actually I was like I cried. Like I was crying. Like I was so touched.
Heated Rivalry broke my like I feel like we've watched like sad stuff, but like lately I haven't been like able to like cry like
You're
watching anything.
Cries easily too.
Yeah, like
Easily
I can
than
like
me. More easier
connect,
than me.
but like for like a while we were like watching stuff and I was like it was like sad, but I've never like or like, you know, it's touching, but I haven't been able to like feel like I need to shed tears for it.
Remember how we cried in one day?
Yeah.
I one day cried.
That it didn't devastate me like that bad.
Episode 5
it was
did.
like
It was just so beautiful to me.
But I think the slow burn of it all, like I think it paid off really well with the like slow burn. Even though it didn't take them long to like get together, it was like it took a while for them to like connect, like all the way emotionally and like actually like be together. Do you know what I mean? So
it starts out like a hookup. It starts out as a very like hypersexual relationship where their relationship is simply hooking up whenever they are near each other in the same city. And they're professional hockey athletes, so there's pretty large gaps of time sometimes between when they see each other, but they like maybe stay in touch via text. Like that was like I think one thing that I was like, wow. So they have, but it was just like the nature of how they were able to communicate this like sort of connection through like the sports world and like being these like professional rivals within the same sport was really interesting, and like exploring all of that.
Yeah, there was like some of that kind of stuff that I wish there was more of.
I agree.
I wish I saw more of like the the buildup of the rivalry and like seen it more than I think because of limited budget, they weren't able to do as much like hockey and like shooting like hockey stuff. Like there was enough to get the point across, but like I wanted more. I would have loved to seen them like on the ice, like going against each other. Like maybe they pissed each other off one day or like something. Like, but I think the actors did like a really good job of like communicating. Like they were just so good. I think these like two like breakout stars just did such a good job with their like portrayals of these characters and just their acting of like how like deep their like attachment was.
I just want to shout out Hudson Williams and Connor Story. It's just kind of so crazy that the both of them were like literally serving like waiting tables literally less than a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're the biggest stars and they're having like this huge moment. And I just think that that's so cool too, to like see because like this is like their like some of their first gigs and it's just like they were so incredible.
Yeah.
And also I just really love that an MLM romance is having this kind of moment too.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just really special to see, and I don't know. I also
love that it's not like it's like a happy MLM. Like a lot of the time, it's like always so like
there's a little bit of like
there's a little bit of like obviously it's like they're all dealing with like coming out as like professional athletes, so there's like that internal struggle. But it's like at least this season, it's not so dark. Like I feel like any time we like watch a like MLM or like gay like centered romance, like sometimes it just feels like so like sad. Like why does this have to be so sad, you know?
Yeah, I mean I get it. Like I understand that like a lot of like queer romance because it's like reflecting like the adversity that they face, unfortunately. And there's obviously a little bit of that in this, but I do just think that overall, because it was so focused on the moments shared between them, it was like I just felt like it could just be two people being intimate together or just like falling in love. Yeah, I just feel like a lot of people have found that because it's like it could easily be reduced to like just a really steamy, smutty show. But I do think that they just do such a good job of like having that aspect of it while also just showing this incredibly beautiful slow burn romance. It kind of reminded me of like how I felt when I watched like Call Me By Your Name and stuff like that, where I don't know, it just had that like it gave you like that pit in your stomach, like those butterflies of like actual yearning. You know what I mean? Like
they did a really good job with the yearning and like the tension. You know, they had a good balance of like both.
I haven't read these books. I haven't heard about them. I know about hockey romances, but I had not heard of Heated Rivalry.
Well, I feel like
that series.
Like back in the day, I'm not sure if like Heated Rivalry was like included in like that big like like when hockey romances blow up. I think they were like mostly like, you know, heterosexual relationship ones. Like I think Heated Rivalry, like
because the one I know of is like Icebreakers or something like that. I think that's what it's called.
I don't know if Heated Rivalry was like in that group.
Yeah, in there.
So I'm like happy that another, you know, whatever hockey sports romance, but it's like focus, you know,
MLM. Yeah.
It's MLM. So
it was also fun. It was really funny to me also to see, as someone who like grew up on the internet, who is very familiar with MLM, yaoi. You know what I mean? Like it was really funny to me to see people so maybe like this was their first introduction to it, and also seeing like being like so maybe confused or trying to figure out like why do women love this. And I think that's been really fun to talk about in the culture. I've saw Connor and Hudson actually like talk about this, and they had like a pretty good like poignant answer to it of like where it was really nice because in a lot of MLM romances, it's kind of nice to see men be vulnerable and like be able to it's like basically seeing love from like the female gaze. But it was the Fujoshi of it all was really funny to me to see like people like being like, wait, this is going on? women like this. It's like, we've been liking this.
Well, I mean, it also helps that they're both insanely attractive people. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Anytime Connor's story was on screen, I mean, we were just like, put it away. Like, you are doing way too. He could just exist. He just exists, and I'm just like, enough. Like, he's just so like good looking. Even Hudson, like,
oh yeah.
When he was on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, when he has that little bit of longer hair, I'm like, okay, wait a minute, you're really hot too. I mean, they're both did amazing, but
yeah. I've been
like,
loving
women like seeing hot men on screen. Surprise,
women like
surprise.
seeing hot men kiss.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. What?
Well, it's also nice seeing too that it seems like it's like been a big hit with a lot of like different types of people.
Yeah.
Sports fans, men,
straight men,
which
is
like
great.
seeing it. Yeah.
I actually watched he's people have their thoughts about him, but whatever. At this point, I'm like, whatever. Everybody's embraced. But Luke Bateman, he's a TikToker, or a book. He does like book talk. And he actually read Heated Rivalry and gave his review on it, and he was like, really liked it.
Yeah, I'm interested to read the books, because they covered 2 books, I'm pretty sure.
It's like Game Changers, and then Heated Rivalry, I think, is the second one.
Yeah, actually, Game Changers is Scott's book.
Okay.
And I have to say, I think that was actually some of the best storytelling actually in the show. For them to, like, in one episode, make, like, you care so deeply about Scott and Kip. Like, I was, like, devastated at the end of that episode. I was, like, so sad. And then being able to bring back up their relationship in a later episode where we haven't, like, seen them again. And then, like, having that huge moment, by the way, that was, like, so Cinderella story coded. Like, now when I've seen, like, I was like, oh, no wonder I fucking love this so much. It's, like, so good. Like, it's so similar to, like, stuff
everything to you for that.
But it's just, like, they were able to, like, do such a, like, a really powerful moment and powerful story writing, which I'm sure, like, I don't know if it covered that whole book or not, but, like, with one episode, like, that's so amazing.
They did an incredible job. And, like, yeah, I think we talk about it a little bit in the React, but it was just, like, you know, that's, like, I mean, Heated Rivalry is genuinely, like, some good-ass television. Like, it just really is so good. That's why I was, like, I couldn't tell when I was watching it that I didn't know about the budget situation. So for me, I was like, this is giving budget, because to me, I was like, there is no budget. But to me, it was giving budget because it was just so good.
They did a good job of, like, what they had. But, like,
what they had, yeah.
I just want, honestly, I'm like, I want more hockey, dude.
Yeah.
I want to see them playing against each other in a game. I need to see more of that.
I have one more thing I want to say about Heated Rivalry that is amazing. And then I kind of want to talk about what I want to see in season 2. The other thing that I absolutely loved about Heated Rivalry that I have been obsessed with, and they literally just dropped it yesterday, was the soundtrack, Peter. Okay, we're talking Challengers-esque music throughout this entire thing. I was like, shut the fuck up. I'm at church right now. I was raving the entire. I love the soundtrack so much. I cannot wait. Not just like the various artists soundtrack, because they included some like great artists in the soundtrack. Just like, but the OG, like original soundtrack, the score.
I wonder if they were inspired by the Challengers soundtrack.
Maybe.
Because
the artist is Peter.
Yeah, I just noticed, I feel like it's becoming like kind of a trend. Like, I don't know if it's a trend yet, but like to have that driving, like that heavy music, you know? Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I
think
I just know what you guys think.
I think it's just like an incredible way to like show tension.
That kind of music is good to like convey tension, but also pace.
Pace, tension, passion,
energy, like, so maybe that's why and that's why like the Challenger soundtrack was so good, because it was used in that like I still remember like them being on the court going against each other, and that song is playing, and they like realize what's going on. You know, I still think about that scene. Yeah, so that's, as of right now, like my thoughts are basically like, I think that this show is incredible. And despite it being so spicy, I do think it carries a lot of depth. And I think that this show is great for all adults. I think people of all walks of life should give it a try. But yeah, I have been watching like all the interviews. I've gotten really like into I've seen people starting to do like fan fiction, but for me, I think I'd rather just like read the books to start before I dive into some like fan fiction.
Yeah, I think so. I feel like if you're gonna start reading something, maybe read the book first if you haven't read it first.
Are they still super hard to come by?
I don't think so. I mean,
are they back?
I saw that you can get them at Kino
Kanui.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very happy with the Heated Rivalry psychosis currently impacting our culture. Let's talk about season 2.
So it got renewed for 2 seasons, so it's gonna be 3 seasons total.
Incredible.
Which I think feels right.
Right.
I feel like that will be enough to like tell their story.
When I saw Hudson Williams go on the Tonight Show, he said that like the first season was a lot about their internal battles.
Yeah.
Like internal battles, and then like the second season's going to be a lot of external battles. There's going to be like the meanies, which I think means like the external world, and putting their judgments on them as people and their relationship.
A lot of season 1 was kind of like Ilya's like kind of his stuff he had to work through, like especially with his family. But I'm kind of wondering if maybe in season 2 it's also going to be like more of Shane like kind of figuring out his deal, because what I kind of noticed about Shane is like most of like everything is about like his external appearance. Like he's hired, he doesn't have like a like his own thing. Like I don't know if that makes sense. His own identity. Sorry, that's what I was looking for.
Right.
Like because all of his stuff, he's either like hired someone to like interior design his house. He hired us a stylist. Yeah. So like I'm like kind of want to see like Shane's character like explore more like of like figuring out who like
coming
he
into
is
himself.
Yeah, coming into himself. And I do think it's going to be like obviously the external battles of like if and when they come out, like what are people's reactions going to be to it, because even with obviously like Scott Hunter and Kip, like we didn't really see what the repercussions other than like cheering and like right then and there,
like,
right?
If there was any fallout and what that
like is there going to be any like professional fallout and stuff like that, especially with Shane too, because he's the one who has all the brand and sponsorship. Oh yeah, he got the like representation award. So I guess we did get a little bit of that.
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering because they built up so much about like Shane and his image and him having brand deals and being faces of.
I mean, even
brands,
his race is like marketed. You know what I mean?
Even him being Asian and a minority in the hockey world, it's like a big deal and stuff like that.
Right. You know what? That's a really good point that you bring that up. And, God, yeah, you're right. That would be nice because I feel like Shane does those things because he hasn't had a chance. He's young. He's been like essentially this hockey prodigy. And sort of like all these decisions are sort of made for him. He doesn't really, you're right. He doesn't take the time to like I don't think he's not himself because maybe he felt like he needed to hide who he truly was.
Yeah, and also
from the public.
We've got comments like on our Patreon that like apparently Shane is autistic, so it's like he might be doing a lot of masking.
Yeah.
Just trying to fit into like what like the world expects of him and less about like who he truly wants to be and who he is. Like at the end in like the last episode, like he was like stressing out. You know, he like apologized to his mom, like it's like I tried to not be gay, and it was just like heartbreaking. So I think him learning to accept like who he is and like be proud of it, I think will be a good thing for him.
Yeah. Also, just like when I watched the show, I didn't know that Shane's character is autistic, and I've been diagnosed
Honestly,
with autism.
Watching it back, it's like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and I've been diagnosed with autism, so I totally get it because I remember the scene in the cottage when he asks Ilya like, "Hey, while we're here, can we just say like what we feel and stuff like that?" And to me, that is like something that people with autism, like when they're comfortable with somebody, they will say that because a lot of the times you generally don't feel like you have to like mask, and so sometimes you feel like, oh, if I say the truth, I don't know how this person's going to react or whatever. It's hard to gauge. it's hard to gauge other people. That's why like the cottage is such an amazing time for them to actually drop all the walls, all the masks, and finally just be.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was like really important and powerful for Shane. And I kind of want to see how that sort of translates into like taking that into regular life with Shane, of like, how is he going to be able to be himself in the public eye?
Yeah. And it's also nice seeing like Ilya's character actually like be able to be soft too. Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
He like dropped his like hard exterior mask of like having to be this strong Russian guy hockey player, and like when he was just with Shane, when they were like finally able to relax at the cottage together, like he was so like soft. He felt like so like open. Do you know what I mean? Versus closed off and guarded.
He was somebody that like he could actually
last
like
episode's
take
really
care of
beautiful.
Shane.
Yeah.
And it's just like we haven't really seen any of that, because constantly I feel like, I even said this in the reaction, but like Ilya was a character that was, I think he never even considered the idea of being able to be with a man ever. I think it was just like, oh, I'm just going to be hooking up, and like that's what that is. And that's why he never let himself, whenever like if they were together and like laying in bed, he'd be like, okay, I have to go. You know what I mean? So but yeah, I think in season 2, I know people are going to be like, why? But I do agree, like I would like to see more hockey.
I want to see a game. Like it's like, you know how like you watch a movie about a musical, like they're like prepping for a musical, but they don't show you the end product of the musical or whatever.
Well,
Yeah, I just like don't like that in movies when they like don't like show you like the like the end product of like something that they're working on.
I watched the show called Chad Powers, which is also really amazing. Please watch it. But it's a football show. Okay. And there's a pretty good amount, I would say, of football in there.
Yeah.
And they're able to convey a lot of like really big story moments in the game. And I feel like if you're gonna, if the next portion of the story is less internal between the characters and more external of like everybody against the characters, widen the lens.
Yeah, we gotta
and
widen
show,
the lens.
because then it's like they're gonna be in the boy aquarium, and it's gonna be everybody looking into the boy aquarium. You know what I mean? And I want to see that. I do want to see that, and because also it's like, I don't know. It would be super fun.
It's like I love seeing the like one moment where Scott told like Shane, it's like, you're starting to sound like him, and they fought. Like I love that moment. I was like, oh shit, that was so fun. I just think it's like, even with like Ted Lasso and stuff, it's like it's not until like the later seasons when they got more money did they show more like big games, finals, stuff like that. Like so I'm sure like in the other seasons they'll probably have more hockey.
I mean, I imagine it was such a success. I don't see why in the second season they wouldn't be able to have budget for like some moments like that. And I wonder how many episodes they'll do.
Like a game or two. Because it's just like, also it's like when they like win the Stanley Cup and stuff like that. It's like those aren't like small things in an athlete's career. Like those are big things.
Those are huge.
So like just like seeing more of a game being played and like a struggle struggle and goal towards it, I feel like would just like develop their characters more, because you know it's like they had the moments when they won the Stanley Cups, but all we got is like a clip of them holding it up.
Right.
You know?
But like if you think about it, it's like a sports event is like something is going on with a big athlete, and like that big sports event is going on. It's like the world's eyes are on you. So now it's like the world's like, for example, the world's eyes were on fucking Scott after the whole him confessing to Kip, like bringing Kip down into the audience. So I just kind of want them to widen the lens a little bit more, and I think they'll have the budget for that.
Yeah, there's a lot to look forward to. But if you guys want to like see, like obviously we have our YouTube reaction, but if you want to watch the whole like
full length,
all of it full length with us, like check out our Patreon, because obviously we have to cut so much out, especially all the crazy scenes.
Yeah.
But
if you want to see all of it, please go over to our Patreon. But yeah, that was us. We were obsessed, just like you. Guys, there's a topic that has been sitting heavy on our hearts and minds, and we need to discuss it with you guys. We definitely need to. We need to have a conversation with the world and the culture.
Yeah, I've noticed like a very like disturbing trend for me in media.
I just want to focus
like
on the word you just used. Disturbing. Scary. Disheartening. Tragic. Disgusting, even.
propaganda, if I must say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's this disturbing trend of characters, specifically women, not wanting castles anymore.
Yeah, we have a desperate question that we'd like answered today as soon as possible. Frankly, when did bitches stop wanting castles?
I feel like I have to backtrack. We have to backtrack and give context.
We need to give
for this.
context and we need to give examples.
So over the holidays, I love to have like a show that I can binge. I think the part of your holiday homework is that you have to watch a full season of a show.
Yes.
For me, I was very excited to see that Emily in Paris was back.
Mm-hmm. That's really guilty pleasure.
It's my guilty pleasure show. I've heard it referred to as girl slop, which I agree, it is 100% girl slop, and that's why I kind of love it, because it's just this girl wearing ridiculous clothes, having a social media. Well, she's like a PR company job.
Yeah.
Which is, like that's the new magazine, like writer job.
She's like an it girl.
She's like kind of an it girl. All these men love her, whatever.
Yeah.
Warning, spoilers for Emily in Paris season 5. Over the course of her like dating history, she's like been in like love triangles with different guys. Her like big one though is this French chef named Gabriel. They broke up and she went to Rome. So like the first part of the season is like she went to Rome because she got with this Italian guy who happens to be the son of this like big name designer brand. That's, what is that called? Quiet luxury, like a quiet luxury brand, right? So the whole season, most of the season is like her trying to like do PR for this brand, but like they're all stuck in their old ways. She finds a ring in like the last episode. She finds like a ring that he had. So she thinks he's like gonna propose. So she's like ends up like telling the guy like, I don't want to get married to you. Like at that point, he essentially is like, be with me. I would love to get married eventually to you. And you can be the PR representative for our brand.
Yeah.
But she was like, no, I gotta live in Paris and I have my life there and all my friends and like are like, I have my life there essentially and my job.
Yeah.
But he wasn't asking her to like not work and be a trad wife. Like he has like a beautiful palazzo, like that, by the way, is like the center of this beautiful, gorgeous, small Italian town where they sit and have like lunch together every day. Like everyone who works.
So it's an idyllic setup.
The dream. Like,
right.
I don't know. He was like, and you can run like the PR for our company.
Question. She says she loves him.
And she said she loves him, but she doesn't want to marry him because she can't see her life there. And I'm just like, this whole season, by the way, which is 10 episodes. 10 episodes.
Heated
of
Rivalry
being like,
6.
I'm in love. Yeah, I'm in love. Like, I love this guy. I love seeing him. They had their like hiccups or whatever.
Right.
And he's like this very nice Italian man who like.
Attractive?
Of course he's attractive.
Right.
And like, she has to like, he has like some issues where he's like, oh, I got to like work on my like my belief in myself to like start my own brand kind of thing. But she like guided him through and he apologized for being a shit, like
right.
Standard, like, yes, of course, like the people that you like love, you're gonna have like issues you have to work with. But they were always like able to work them out because he's like at the end of the day was a good guy, right?
Right.
But she just couldn't see her life in the palazzo, in the castle.
In this idyllic Italian
because she has to go work PR
in Paris.
Right. See, I am against that. Like, I don't think if they're like, you got to stay home and raise my babies. Of course, I'm not for that. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If a man offers you like a castle, a job.
And this is a man that's attractive and you love.
And I'm just sick of the propaganda of like, hey, this rich man who seems really nice.
Who you love,
by the way, and are with. You're like, I can't marry you because I need to go work my PR job.
Let's go to example 2.
Example 2, we're watching
The Buccaneers.
The Buccaneers on Patreon, but there's another girl in that show. Her name is Nan, and
She's like the main character.
She's the main character, and she gets in a love triangle with
Guy,
who
is this man who originally starts, the point to his character is that he's a guy looking to get married to a rich American girl because his family doesn't have money anymore. So he needs to get married to a rich girl so that he can have money again. Then enters Theo, very hot, piercing blue eyes. This man is way too hot.
Mr. Darcy aesthetic,
vibes. Mr. Darcy vibes, and he is a duke. And his dream is that he doesn't want to marry somebody who just wants to marry him because he's a duke for his title, right? Guy and Nan are like besties or whatever. They have like friendship, fun energy. But Theo, they also have like good vibes. And Theo like comes across Nan. Nan has no idea who he is. He's like, I fuck with this bitch. She's cool.
She's not like most girls.
Vibes. Nan
Quirky.
is your typical like manic pixie dream girl, but of the
1870s
19th century.
Yeah.
Theo is like, he proposes to her. Nan says yes. Many episodes go by. By the way, he has this gorgeous castle called Tintagel,
which
that is on the cliffside of Cornwall. Okay, we're talking beaches,
cliffs, sea, gorgeous, fog, beautiful, amazing land, acres.
Castle that's been there forever.
Historic,
gorgeous place. And so, and which she loves, obviously. Who wouldn't? He has this place, and constantly it's like this back and forth of like, oh, is it Guy? Is it Theo? Is it Guy? Is it Theo? And
it's
she
like a love triangle.
She constantly is sitting here being like, what do I do? And it's like, you say you want this guy. You say you love him. He has a castle on the cliffside. You would become a duchess. Like, but it's like, ooh, that is where it's like, all the boxes are checked, but it's so hard. I don't know if I can do this.
Well, the frustrating thing with that show is that she constantly would say yes to Theo, i.e. Duke Castle Holder, that yes, I want to proceed with this marriage. And then constantly you would just get shots of her like looking so unhappy while she's like in this beautiful seaside castle setting.
Looking out over...
Just looking so morose, looking out over this gorgeous land. It's like, when did we stop wanting castles? Why are we portraying like wanting to like settle like
because
that one's harder because it's like historical,
right. But here's the thing about Theo though, is that he didn't even like, despite being a duke, he was like, I will continue on and I will do my job as the duke and like hold this place. But he never was like, Nan has to become this quiet, it wasn't giving the crown. Like he wanted her to be who she is.
Yeah, he wanted her to be happy and just
wanted to be in love and happy in a happy relationship, but public facing.
Yeah, for someone who loves him and not his like title and station.
Exactly. And like public facing, still be the Duke and Duchess, but still be in love and still want the same things. So to me, it's like, what is the fucking problem? And I've been seeing this so much lately, and I beg to question, the independent woman propaganda, I feel, is doing more harm than good, because I'm like, so you bitches you could be a duchess, you could be madly in love, you could have a really hot guy,
you could have a perfect partner. Man,
you could have everything. You literally check all the fucking fantasy boxes on top of still being the person that you are, being loved for who you are, and also doing things like making wonderful changes, like if you're Emily, still working in the business and working for a quiet luxury brand and doing all that shit, or being Nan, who becomes a duchess and who wants to give voices to like women and changing laws for women for the betterment of women. But no, it's not enough.
It's not enough. Am I like just a boomer now and I have like these just like old ideas of like, is wanting a castle and like a man who loves you like not enough? Is that not enough?
And you're not losing any part of yourself. That's the thing. It's like, it would be a different thing if the woman character had to give up who they are and their dreams, that's a different situation. They're not having to give up a goddamn thing. And yet it's still not enough. I don't know. I need to be my own person and go do my own things. Fuck that. Fuck that.
But I just don't understand. Like,
just
when
don't get
I
it.
was like watching like Emily in Paris, and like her like whole thing is like she like falls in love with these guys, and like she's looking for love, and what's like it's like
Yep.
you're getting that and a castle, and it's not enough.
Right, check. Nothing's missing.
You want to pick your girl boss career, and he's giving you a girl boss career along with it.
Everything you want getting handed to you on a silver platter, and then the woman main character just being like, no.
So you just like want to just be in the workforce alone? Like, do you know what I mean? I'm like, what is like what are you trading off? You'd be rich enough to just take flights and visit your friends. Like, it's like you want to live with your best friend forever. She just couch crashes your house, like your apartment, like literally, like that's part of the show. Like her friend just like literally like couch surfaces, like stays, and then she's like,
this is what
I
want
miss
for
you.
my
Like that's
life."
what I want. I'm like,
What?
what? You don't want the man?
Give your bestie a room in the palazzo. What the fuck?
Yeah, she can come live in the palazzo. Like, what are we doing? Stop teaching women this.
Like, I don't know. Here's the thing: is
Like,
like
what
I don't
more
understand.
is there to life than getting a castle, a hot man, and a dream
love
career job?
And dream career job. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It's like no one's asking you to give up your independence. No one's asking you to give up your dreams. It's actually being given to you on a bigger level. And oh, by the way, you get a fucking castle. You get beautiful land. I like literally,
I'm just
guys.
like, is this
please tell me-
propaganda?
This is
Like,
propaganda.
Is this like propaganda of their like the girl bossification of all? And I'm just like, sometimes a girl boss wants to be loved too. Like,
Hey, a girl boss.
that's important
A
too.
girl boss wants to put her feet up in the castle sometimes. Okay, like
I feel like she deserves. Like, I don't want. It's like, it actually
don't
like
know.
broke me. It made me so mad. I was like, this. I don't know if I can keep watching
I
this
keep
show.
seeing it. I keep seeing it happen, and I'm tired of it because to me, I'm like, people are like, that's feminism, and I'm like, no, it's not. That's not women empowerment.
This is propaganda. This is
is
capitalism
propaganda.
trying to like tell you need to work for your entire life.
Work and be alone
Yeah.
and be lonely.
Because your career is your most important thing.
And then guess what? Then
No.
you'll have men coming at you and being like, you're single and you're childless and you're taking up space. You know what I mean? It's like we can't fucking win.
But like there's a difference between like not like, winning, but like then choosing not to win. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Like I'm giving you like she had a silver platter
That's what I'm
like
saying,
here
like-
for you, and it's just like,
The winning scenario is getting handed to you and you're like, no.
and like I was like watching that and I'm
Why?
like, I'm supposed to be like rooting for this. It would be one thing
Let's
if
go
he
back
was
to Paris.
if it was like one thing if he was like a bad guy, but he wasn't a bad guy, and it wasn't a bad situation, right? It was like, it's
Obviously, if that was the case, we wouldn't be sitting here talking, having this conversation because it's infuriating having to watch this constantly
of, like,
pop up in
women
my
just
shows.
not liking castles and like estates anymore. That's why like that one scene in Pride and Prejudice when Lizzie goes back
and she
sees,
laughs
and she sees the estate that he has,
and she said no to him.
and she goes, like it's like, oh, I fucked myself.
Oh, great, awesome.
Because like,
Yeah.
what are we pretending like we can't avoid each other in the palazzo and the castle? Isn't that the ideal? You disappear into your giant library estate, wherever you want to be.
It was just so funny to like have to watch Nan as a character be like, I don't want this. And it's like she's in her own rooms, has like all these things.
She has her own room. She can just go ride on horseback whenever she wants.
She
Like,
has all these
it's
things
like
that she
fucking
loves.
such a hot man obsessed with her, and it's like such a burden.
It's like, what, dude, that I'm heated.
Well, it was
Guys,
just like,
I just want to hear what you have to say about this. Are you noticing this too? Because it's, again, let's be very clear here. There's a difference between if the female character was being asked to give up things.
right.
They're not being asked to give up a goddamn thing. They're actually being given more than what they asked for.
And given the most perfect like opportunity
Scenario.
in life.
And I do keep seeing this, but like the most recent examples would definitely be Emily in Paris and like Buccaneers.
I was like,
Could it be me?
is it weird to like want someone to love you and like provide a beautiful home for you?
No.
Like, is that like I feel like I'm like going insane because I'm like, is this not like the dream?
Actually, Avery, you're a misogynist.
Yeah, it's like, is that what's happening? Like, I'm getting like too old fashioned that I'm
I don't
just
know,
like,
dude.
no, you should just have a career and
give all that up.
Who cares about love or whatever?
Yeah, like that dude loves you.
What's more
Whatever.
important, running your PR company, like your big PR job, or just like, maybe having a man who like is obsessed with you and,
I mean,
it
if
has a
that's-
place.
It's like it depends on what your priorities are.
Obviously, it depends on your priorities, but I didn't know these were bad ones.
Like
I didn't know my priorities were bad ones.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know that these desires were not desirable.
Yeah, I didn't know I was being like fucking boomer old fashioned for wanting that.
Yeah, so big question over here. When did bitches stop wanting castles? I'm gonna tell you what, this bitch still wants a castle.
I still want a castle.
Crave an estate. God forbid. Sorry.
God forbid a girl want an estate. Like, does that make me evil?
God forbid a girl want an estate. I'm so sorry about that. And I'm sorry if that makes me anti-woman or whatever.
Okay, boomer. Okay, boomer. Okay, unk.
All right, guys, we're going to finish the episode with our hyperfixation report. We have a hyperfixation report. Hey, guys, we're going to talk about what? We're going to talk about the things that we're hyperfixating on this week. For me, I was going to show that TikTok of was like, when you fart, does it smell like you shit yourself? I'll pop that up here.
If you fart and it smells like you shit your pants, you have a round and circular face, you can sleep for a full 8 hours and you still feel completely exhausted, you've got consistent acne breakouts no matter how much money you waste on skincare, you rely on caffeine to function, you've got consistent sugar cravings, you run to the bathroom after every single meal, and you can eat something as simple as a banana and you feel bloated. You can do better, you just don't know better, and I can't even blame y'all because that also used to be me.
That right there, that TikTok it literally made me pee myself the first time I saw it. It's an ad for gummies.
For apple cider gummies.
Apple cider gummies. But my thing is like, I just love that women can't be women anymore. You know what I mean? Like, and also like
that TikTok literally broke me.
And I haven't stopped thinking about it because it's like, it's so abrasive. You're scrolling. That's what happens.
Do you ever fart and it smells like you shit your pants?
It's like, whoa. First off, who are you? What happened to hello? How are you? My name is. And then secondly, there's so much going on in it. She's chopping up bananas with the peel on, and also like when you fart, what does it smell like?
That was
That's my big question.
It's like, I get it. Like, if you like smell it and you feel like, I'm going to throw up.
Oh, I have diarrhea.
Like, if you smell it and it initiates your gag reflex.
Oh,
like,
I have dysentery.
Okay, yes, that is an issue. But like, isn't a fart supposed to smell like shit anyways? Like, what is your fart supposed to smell like?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. And I can assure you,
like, as a woman, like, are we not allowed to fart anymore?
Well, apparently,
or is your farts not supposed to, like,
for the longest time we weren't allowed to have assholes.
Like,
remember that?
Is your shit not allowed to stink anymore?
As a woman? No.
Like, it's supposed to smell like strawberry vanilla.
You know what's crazy is as a woman, they want you to have a butthole to fuck, but then they don't want you to have a butthole for human reasons. Don't you think that's crazy? Women just can't be. Like, we just can't be. And if, God forbid, we fart, which we do. I know, rumor has it that we don't for the longest time. This is so millennial coded of like, I'm a girl, I don't fart. You remember that shit? Like,
I don't claim that energy.
I don't claim that energy. I be farting. I be farting. I be farting, No, and it's like, and I'm sorry it doesn't smell like roses. I apologize.
We would formally like to apologize, like, as women for like farting and it stinks.
Yeah, I'm getting my ukulele out, and I will apologize for the occasional stinky toot. That's my hyperfixation report. What's yours? What are you into?
I was gonna ask you if you like could choose a scent
for my farts.
Yeah, for like your fart. Yeah.
Like every month, or like I have to stick with this one.
That would be kind of fun if you.
I
could,
know,
because
I'm thinking like for fall scents, I'm like, oh, pumpkin spice, and then like for Christmas time, I've got the pine tree, and then like
cedar.
Yeah, I've got the cedar going. I've got and then like for springtime, I got the Japanese cherry blossom. Maybe we might mix it up with a little vanilla brown sugar. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like maybe after my everything shower, I put a little fresh linen scent on my asshole. How about that? Yeah, I
like
think
a nice like baked chocolate chip cookie.
it's like trying to get this ass ate.
You know what we have here? You know how like they have those water bottles that like you're supposed to, because you can smell it.
Oh, the air thing.
the air things. Like that, but for asshole.
Yeah,
Or for like poussoir.
for you poussoir. And it doesn't affect your pH balance. Hallelujah.
Yeah, it's like you don't have to do like any sort of like crazy thing.
No.
It's just like the smell thing. You just I think that's something
Just for fun.
just for fun.
Just for fun. Now your hyperfixation report. You're like asshole sense. The scent of one's
The
ass.
Arabs or whatever. What the fuck is that
The
called?
aroma.
Yeah, like this fucking
I
circle.
don't fucking know. Let's not call them out as a brand. They're not sponsoring.
Okay, so probably my like latest hyperfixation is Heated Rivalry plus like probably like Connor story.
Right.
Like I think that man is like way too good looking.
Yep.
And he knows it, so it's a problem for me specifically
He needs to calm down.
and everyone else who sees him.
Yeah.
I got back into watching Critical Role because I do it while I do my nails. I feel like my hyperfixation is my hobby,
feel
which is
like-
just doing my nails.
Yeah, I feel like your nails are your like current hyperfixation. I have been for a minute.
They're growing out, and
Guys, she's gotten so good at nails. It's kind of crazy.
I feel like I'm like decent. Like there's some people who are just like amazing.
Yeah, but like for somebody who just literally started in the last year,
Thank you.
you're like,
I like need to get back into like being interested in things.
and that, folks, is called depression
Yeah.
or apathy. And when you find that you don't have dopamine sources, it's time to look inward. There's not a song you're like playing on repeat.
See, that's the issue. Like Heated Rivalry, like I was listening to like the
Soundtrack.
soundtrack.
You
It's-
like that Wet Leg song?
I love the Wet Leg song.
What's it called?
But-
Mange Trout.
Man, Get Out. But yeah.
I gotta go.
No. But
No, I feel I'm embarrassed. And we'll keep it in, but I'm fucking upset.
no, that's how I read it too.
I'm
But then
actually-
I finally looked at it and was like, oh, it's Man Get Out because that's part of the lyrics of the songs. And then also the
wrap it up. We gotta wrap.
also like the song that plays when Scott Hunter like comes out. Like, dude, I'm obsessed with that song. I listened to it the other day, like driving, because like as a Pisces, to like get me to like ground me, like I need to be emotional. So I was like,
You love to cry in the car. Yeah.
I just turn it on so I can feel. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I need to tap into my emotions and
Yeah.
like this kind of like
Yeah.
sad, like not like
Indie folk song.
indie folk song that's like that's
It's attached to that moment.
yeah, that's the hit I need. But I will say, like, going back to Heated Rivalry again, like them, Connor and Hudson being like two like breakout stars and actors who like probably like 2 weeks before this blew up were like saying that they were looking for their next like waiting jobs, like just gave like an immense amount of like inspiration
yeah.
and like hope, just because it's like you don't know when your like big break or like when your next like when like what your goal is gonna happen,
Yeah.
and it could like be in a moment where you least expect it to.
100%.
As long as you're still-
Doechii song that just came out with SZA called "Girl Get Up," where she literally talks about, this is Doechii, by the way, where she literally talks about it took 8 years,
Yeah.
guys.
And
I literally I love it. That kind of shit makes me just like, because it just makes me as a person just striving towards a goal.
yeah.
It reminds you that it doesn't, sometimes it happen, or it looks like it happens overnight for people,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not the case.
No, it's years.
It's years of work, dedication, and maybe there's a stroke of luck that makes it happen sooner
Mhm.
for others. But most of the time, it's literally that luck. Yeah, I get so inspired by that kind of shit too.
That's why I feel like Heated Rivalry is like so, because there's so many things about it that is so like inspiring.
Mhm.
Not just the story, like not just like the show itself, but like the people surrounding, like the actors. Even it's like seeing people like get their big break and be able to like get their dream and stuff like that. It's like obviously they're just breaking out, so they got to choose the right roles, but it's like that's just like the beginning of their story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they're being embraced so beautifully by the
Mhm.
industry as well. I literally just saw Connor's story on I think it was a podcast, and Andrew Scott, the Andrew Scott, hot priest, called into the podcast to like basically ask Connor a story of like just ask him a question of like who inspired him. And it's like Connor is just sitting there like, Andrew Scott called to ask me a question. It's like, you I'm inspired by you.
Well, thanks for listening, you guys.
We're looking forward to a very exciting 2026.
The podcast is back. It's gonna be back. We're gonna make sure it's back.
Yeah, guys. And I do want to remind you that you can be a part of every single episode by going down to the link in the description of this episode and clicking on that Google form called The Dump. And you can send us your demon trash moments. You can tell us a topic you want us to yap about. Tell us a weird story. Do you want advice from two very unqualified people? We'll give it to you. And you guys can send that to us at demontrashpodcast@gmail.com. Go ahead and go to that form, The Dump. Again, that's The Dump. Also, go follow us on Instagram at demontrashcast, and you can also submit that on our stories or send us a DM, however you want to do it. And then if you want us to shout out your name, make sure to put your name on it because, girl, whoever, the trashling that sent this in, I don't know your name because you didn't put your name. Put your name on it, and I'm not
gonna be anonymous.
That's all I got, guys. That's it. That's the podcast. I'm really excited to be back. We're gonna keep this going. Twice a month.
Podcast is back for 2026.
We're doing it. We're doing it big, and it's gonna be better than ever. And we want you guys to be a part of it. All right, we love you. We will see you in the next one, and be sure to check out our things over on our main channel in between. Bye bye.